Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into one of the biggest financial transformations of our time, a global power struggle worth over $37 trillion. This isn't just about money or crypto or the US dollar. It's about how nations are fighting to redefine who controls the future of the world's financial system. From Russia to China and from Washington to Dubai, the rules of global trade are changing right before our eyes. Let's break down the real story step by step. For over 70 years, the US dollar has been the backbone of global trade. Every barrel of oil, every shipment of gold, and every international loan, all priced in dollars. This dominance began after World War II under the Bretton Woods Agreement in 1944. When world leaders made the dollar the official global reserve currency. But now, many countries are quietly asking the question, why should one nation control the global system? Right now, over $37 trillion worth of assets, including reserves, government bonds, and foreign holdings, are directly tied to the dollar. If this system shifts, even slightly, it could rewrite global wealth distribution overnight. That's why major powers are preparing for what they call a monetary reset. Countries like China, Russia, and the UAE have begun reducing their dependence on the dollar. They're signing trade deals in their own currencies and experimenting with digital central bank currencies, CBDCs. This isn't random. It's a deliberate move to build a financial world beyond the US dollar's control. What once started as a tech experiment is now a geopolitical tool. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and stablecoins are reshaping how countries move money, fast, borderless, and without US oversight. Even nations are studying how crypto could serve as a backup currency in case of sanctions or trade restrictions. After facing sanctions in 2022, Russia began exploring crypto-backed settlements and gold-linked payment systems. Moscow's goal is clear: to find a financial escape route from Western control. It is not about fully adopting crypto, but about using digital assets and gold as shields in a global economic war. China's digital yuan, ECNY, is perhaps the most advanced CBDC in the world. It allows instant international transactions without using SWIFT or US banks. Beijing's long-term goal? To make the yuan a global alternative to the dollar by linking it to trade routes like the Belt and Road Initiative. In the background of all this digital talk, central banks are buying gold like never before. In 2024 alone, central banks purchased over 1,000 tons of gold, the highest in decades. Gold is the ultimate hedge, immune to sanctions, stable during crises, and still universally trusted. BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa are exploring a joint currency backed by commodities like gold or oil. If successful, it could reduce the dominance of the dollar in global trade by a huge margin. This new system could link real assets to money, something fiat currencies lost long ago. Around the world, inflation and debt have weakened faith in traditional money. Countries printing unlimited currency has led to record global debt over $300 trillion. That is why both investors and governments are turning to alternatives like crypto and gold. They can be printed endlessly. Blockchain isn't just for crypto traders, it's becoming a global financial infrastructure. From smart contracts to decentralized finance, it's creating a transparent system where transactions can be traced, verified, and settled instantly. This transparency is something the traditional system lacks. Major financial players like BlackRock, Fidelity, and JP Morgan have quietly entered the crypto ecosystem. When traditional finance joins the digital revolution, it signals one thing: the system is changing from the inside. While others move away, the US isn't sitting idle. The Federal Reserve is testing its own digital dollar to maintain dominance in the global financial system. If it succeeds, America could still control global money, but through a new digital architecture. The weaponization of the dollar through sanctions has backfired. Countries now seek financial independence to avoid being cut off from the system. This is one of the main reasons why the world is diversifying away from the dollar. But the shift has a dark side too. If every country builds its own currency and payment system, the world could become financially fragmented. Trade could slow down, inflation could rise, and global cooperation might weaken. The phrase global financial reset often sounds dramatic, but in reality, it's a slow, strategic transition. It's not about destroying the old system. It is about reshaping it to reflect new power centers like Asia and the Middle East. We're entering a phase where digital currencies might be backed by gold, oil, or commodities again. It's a return to stability and a move away from the purely paper-based value system of fiat money. AI is playing a growing role in financial prediction, risk analysis, and automated trading. In the next decade, AI could redefine how global money flows, even influencing how digital currencies interact in real time. For ordinary citizens, this financial shift feels distant. But in reality, it affects savings, inflation, loan rates, and job markets. When currencies fluctuate or global trade changes, it eventually shapes how much your money is truly worth. The world now faces a choice: build a collaborative global financial network or fight over control. If cooperation wins, we could see the most efficient financial era in history. If competition wins, instability could last for decades. We're witnessing the birth of a new system, digital, decentralized, and possibly more democratic. Whether the US dollar keeps its throne or not, one truth remains: the world's money is changing forever. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. We've explored how crypto, gold, and national currencies are colliding in a $37 trillion power game, one that will define the next century of global economics. If you found this video insightful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the future of finance.